Hi, my name is Gord. If you're new to the channel, I converted this 2010 Prius into a tiny camper so that I could go on a road trip with my dog. If you're new to the channel and you like that kind of content, consider subscribing, liking, sharing, all that good stuff. In this video, I want to talk about this teeny tiny little antenna that I can put on the roof of my car to boost my cell phone signal. This is from the WeBoost Drive Sleek, and I think it's frankly one of the better options because of its tiny size for a tiny car camper. So let's get into this quick install. It's quite simple, and I'll show you how I put it in my camper. I got the WeBoost Drive Sleek for my Prius build. Um, so I think this is nice because it's a little bit more uh, modular and also smaller for a car setup. So let me just sort of show you what was in the box. You have the antenna with a magnet on the bottom, and it also comes with an adhesive disc if for some reason your roof isn't magnetic. This is the thing, your phone has to be in this holder to be boosted with this, right? So this isn't sort of like a router that gives an area effect. I mean, it probably gives a very small one. Um, So I think in a van, you would want something that has more like a router that sends a signal around your van. But I think in a car, this is going to be fine for me because it's not that big. Powered by one of these car outlets. And then I believe this is the actual kind of brains of the outfit that captures the signal and does something to boost it. And then essentially all of the rest of this kind of connects to this central situation. You get a sticker if you feel like advertising and some documents. And I forgot to mention, you do get like a dash mount for this, which I haven't decided if I'm going to use or not. So the way I'm going to install this is under the front seat cabinet is where I'm going to put the brains of this. So I'll attach, all the stuff in here and the antenna can come out. And then if you remember, and so if you remember, I have this grommet here where I can send cables through from the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'll have the cradle kind of go through this grommet, and then everything else will be on kind of tied down on the inside of the cabinet. I can power it from the EcoFlow on the inside of here, so I don't have to have anything other than the cradle coming through to the cab. All right, so I'm going to install this, whatever this is, the receiver, I think. Or, those are the brains of the outfit. And it comes with a piece of Velcro. It has Velcro built into it. And then it has this piece with 3M tape on the back. So it's super easy. The grommet is right there. So I'm just going to stick it right below that stuff. And it has quite a long cable. So this very long cable on it is actually what the cable of the cradle plugs into. And so this is quite long, and I've pushed it through the grommet just a little bit. This isn't something I intend to have hooked up all the time, and so kind of like if I'm in a camp where I need this, I can feed this through, and I should be able to kind of use the cradle almost anywhere in the car. All right, so there is the WeBoost stuck on with the Velcro, and the cradle cable is going through my grommet out to the driver's seat. Next, we'll plug it into the EcoFlow, and then we're basically done. All right, and I've got one of these splitters for this single cigarette lighter port on the EcoFlow. So this is my refrigerator, and I don't intend to have the WeBoost running all the time. And so I should be able to just plug it in when I need to. So I'll have the power outlet. I'm going to get some twists or something and coil up this cable. And it plugs in on the same side as the output of the signal that goes up. All right, and here it is. So there's the power all coiled up. It's a very long power cable. So coiled up and held with twist ties. This is the signal that goes out to the cab. Obviously, if I'm parked and I need the whole length of that cable, I'm gonna have to come in here and kind of feed that through. And then this is the antenna, and thankfully, it is just barely long enough. I've only got a little bit of extra space to have it right in the middle of my car. Now, I do not intend to have this up here all the time. This is the kind of thing that, if I need it, I'll deploy it. Otherwise, it's gonna be down inside the cabinet. So let's go and test it out in the driver's seat. All right, so I'm over here in the driver's seat. So here's my grommet. One of the things I really like about this that I did not know about was that you can detach the cradle, which I just have sitting there. So I can essentially have this cable way out of the way when I'm not using this, and I can have this thing tucked away. And when I need to use it, I can pull it out of wherever I've stowed it, and I can just plug it in. So let's plug it in. So there is a little light, which is not on. All right, and then when I plug it in, the light turns on, and I think we're good to go. Now, in my driveway of the house that I'll have sold by the time you're watching this, I have pretty good 5G service. So let's drive out somewhere where the signal is quite weak and give this thing a bit of a test.
All right, so I'm using the screen record on my phone. I decided to just set the screen to the uh, EcoFlow so that you can see that this thing is powered on, but it's actually not registering any power draw at all. So this does not draw very much power. Um, Hopefully you can also see that I have just barely any cell phone signal. So I'm about to plug in the cradle. So the cradle is now plugged in. Um, and there you go. It's boosted my signal strength to full. Um, I couldn't find a spot where this would consistently work, but I've seen other YouTubers go from like weak LTE service to a weak 5G service. And so let's just test that again. I'm going to unplug the cradle that the phone is in. We'll see what that does to the cell phone signal. It's unplugged. And there you go. My signal drops down to, like 1 bar or whatever it would be. I plug the cradle back in. Let's plug back in. And it hops back up to full 5G service. So this is pretty great. It works as advertised, not surprisingly, but I figured I would do a quick screen record and show you both that it's drawing almost no power and that it does, in fact, boost your cell phone signal.
So this cable that connects to the cradle is very long. I can pull this all the way out the back if I need to and sit in a camp chair. And then I just keep this tucked down in my little center console here for when I need it. I don't plan on mounting it, doing the permanent mount on the inside of here so that I really just have this one mount on here is good. And what's really nice is it draws almost no power.
All right, so there you go. I think that was pretty straightforward. The Velcro and everything makes this really easy to install. You don't even have to install it if you don't want to. You could very easily just sort of keep it in a pouch and pull it out when you need it. So if this video helped you, feel free to leave a like or a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.